Hello guys, this is the Hexagon Zero and welcome back to another episode of Multiplayer Mondays. As per usual, basically right now, I have some Battlefield. That wasn't a voice crack, that was like me trying to put emphasis into the voice and it ended up not working. But I've got some Battlefield 4 footage for you here today, and for most of it actually I'm using the recently unlocked M249. The laser LMG, as I've come to call it. Lately I've been having a pretty crappy time in Battlefield. Of course, I actually do fairly well in this round. And by fairly well, I mean, I think there's a difference of 5, maybe 6 kills? I don't know. Between my KD ratio, I go positive. Yeah, see King Valiant there with the RPK-12. Yeah, I don't typically do well against people when they're in front of me. As long as they're 20 meters or so away, I'm alright. But, yeah, the M249, the really only trouble I have with first-person shooters is controlling recoil. Now, normally, in, like, older FPSs, it was easy for me, because back then, recoil didn't really exist. And even if it did, it was easy to manage, and so I was able to do really well then, because I have really good spatial and, well, essentially I can know where their head is and I know where to click. But the second I move directly onto the head, and then I pull the trigger, and it's the initial shot kick that always puts me off target. Right now I'm using the ASVAL, and I'm stupidly doing something stupid, and I don't know why that wasn't anyway. Yeah, but so now that's a first shot recoil that will kick the gun above the guy's head, and then of course I miss and I have to pull it back down. By the time I realize I have to pull it back down, I'm at least 4, maybe 3 bullets into my firing burst. Now I don't stop firing typically until I see that little health bar above their head go down if they're close up. So, yeah, that's typically my downfall. Also, I'm very stupid when it comes to making decisions. But it's mostly recoil control that's my big issue. Anyway, I have done something on my other computer. What I have done is I've upgraded it. Now, I've been talking about a while back actually on what I'm going to upgrade it with, and I've been talking about, that was a really bad small shot there. I've been talking about getting a new computer, new processor, new motherboard, new computer case, more fans, the Corsair H100i water cooler for CPUs, doing all this stuff, and now here my instincts are screaming at me to move back behind the second dispenser thing there, and right now I'm trying to swap out and get some ammo, but of course this support player doesn't have ammo. For some reason he just has C4 and probably like a UCAV or yeah, something that's already been used essentially. I can't access my third. So, he's got a PKP with an IR sight on it, and I'm like, why are you using a PKP? The recoil on this thing is fucking insane. I mean, why are you using an IR sight with a recoil this strong on it? I don't know. I didn't think to check his grenades, it probably smokes. Yeah, I ended up getting plastered by this guy with the MG4, bipoded up, or not bipoded, just peeking around the corner there, firing air bursts. Anyway. Computer upgrades. I did not do the massive, expensive thing that I said I was going to do. I, instead, bought a WD Green 2TB hard drive and a Crucial MX100, I believe, 256GB SSD. Why the hell did I do that? Well, some of you may know that Haswell E is coming out. Like, it came out August the 29th, and I'm recording this at 9 o'clock at night on September the 1st, which marks the first day of technically the month of September where I don't touch YouTube, or at least my channel. I mean, I'll probably still reply to comments if you guys leave them, but yeah, it's the month where everything is pre-recorded. I'm almost done. Well, actually, I was hoping I would be done before today, but, no. I still have to do all the Assassin's Creed Revelations and 3, maybe 4 more commander modes, and I'll get to a change in commander mode later. But anyway, Haswell E is coming out, and so I've decided to wait for Haswell E. Now, Haswell E is already out, so you guys are probably thinking, well, Hex, why don't you just, go buy Haswell E, get the processor, get the motherboard, get the new DDR4 RAM, which is the big spender when it comes to new processors. And DDR4 is a long time coming, 25, 15 years, somewhere I think it's like 10, maybe 5 years. I don't know, I'm kind of off track in my DDRs. RAM is never really something I paid attention to. Yeah, and this is the AUG, by the way. Very unique little weapon. I think one of the highest distance of any assault rifle. 1003, I think is the max distance? Yeah, it's a distance marksman weapon. But, it's kind of low level in my progression right now, so I can't handle the recoil. I think I've got an ergo grip on it right now. I would probably prefer to stick either an angle grip or a folding grip on it. They both do the same thing. Anyway, so Haswell E. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the price drop. And by the price drop is maybe Christmas, but probably beginning of next summer. That's the price drop I'm looking for. Or maybe next spring. I don't know. Yeah, so somewhere in there, that's when I want to get the new processors, because that time the initial buff of Intel will be gone. There'll be new AMD processors to match. They're going to lower their prices to compete with AMD, and yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Hopefully that'll happen. It's happened twice before, so I think it'll happen this time. Yeah. So when that turns around, I'm going to get the new X99 chipset motherboards, DDR4 RAM, new processor. By that time, I'll probably have to upgrade my video card too, so I'll do that. Water cooler, hopefully like a... I'm kind of caught between a Kraken or a Corsair H100i. The Kraken X61 from NZXT, because it looks pretty cool too. But, we'll see. I do like Corsair Link, but of course Kraken's got this basically the same thing, just in different program name. Anyway, we'll figure out when the time comes around. And I'm also keeping my eye on eBay sales. eBay sales of what? Well, my motherboard is a rather interesting motherboard. It was made with a chipset called 1366, or 1336. I think it was 1366. It's a very unusual socket in the fact that it didn't have a lot of stuff made for it. I think it only had the well, it had a hole. It had a hole, not the design for it. It was NIF. I can't remember the type of chipset of. Anyway, I've got an Intel 920 in my desktop. It's not overclocked or anything. It's a standard Intel 920. It's a 2.66 gigahertz processor. Yeah, it's a little low by today's standards. And you think I would have upgraded my board, because the board is older too. It's an X58 E-Vega, 3 times SLI, I believe. Yeah, and it's funny because I use Radeon cards. Yeah. But I've been keeping my eye on eBay sales of 975's Extreme Editions. And what those are, they're essentially... they're better. And I don't want to replace my motherboard, because if I replace my motherboard, I'm going to want to replace my case, because my case is a little bit small. When I was installing the new hard drive and the new SSD, I was like, damn, it is almost impossible to work in here. Because there's, like, normally in cases you've got a bit of a 1-inch space in the back to put wires and stuff. Yeah, that doesn't exist in this case, so everything has to be run in between the motherboard and the hard drive bays, and in that spot I've got about 2.5 inches of space. Not ideal. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to upgrade my processor, get a snipe deal on eBay or something like that, and yeah, I'm going to let that be my functioning setup. Now, what I've done with the SSD, just to quickly run over what I've done with it, I've partitioned it, set aside 50 gigabytes to be my page file and my temp files, and I'm trying to figure out how I can get game caches to be put there as well. But the remainder, 200, it's actually about 184, 188 by the time you, gigabytes, by the time you do all the math. That's what I'm using to record now on my desktop. And so I record to that. It's about, yeah, 188 gigabytes of space. So I can't do incredibly long recording binges like I have before, but it doesn't mean I can render particularly fast, because it's taking it off the SSD, and an SSD is faster than a hard drive because it doesn't have to wait for it to spin. But what I'm doing now is I'm recording in 60 FPS on any series that comes off my desktop. So essentially that's anything but Battlefield 4. I haven't tried Assassin's Creed Revelations with it yet. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to handle 60 FPS recording on one virtual core. Actually, it's 1, and then 2 and 3 are gone. The remainders are still there, and there's 8. So, yeah, it's... I don't know. We'll see. I think it will. Anyway, I finished Assassin's Creed 4. The final episode is 135. I believe... I can't remember what we're on right now. Yeah. And 135 being the credits episode, and 134 being the actual end of Assassin's Creed 4. So that's all going to be pre-uploaded and pre-written and everything. It'll actually probably last me into October, maybe halfway, tail end of October is when Assassin's Creed 4 is going to go away. And that'll be like distant time from November the 11th, which is Assassin's Creed Unity, and then by that time, I'm hoping to have Assassin's Creed Revelations done, because I'm just going to whip through this game. I'm not going to bother to do a whole bunch of side quests and all that stuff. I want to get the game through. I want to keep up with my schedule. If I don't, obviously there's going to be some overlap, but yeah. Anyway, the change to commander mode that I was talking about. I'm not all that enamored with commander mode anymore. When a game starts to be like, oh crap, I gotta record that tonight, that's when I kind of look at it and go, do I really want to keep doing this? Now, I know you guys love commander mode. You guys, it's one of my most watched series, and it's one of my most commented on series, which I found pretty amazing, because it's kind of boring to watch. If I was to be perfectly honest, I could not sit through an entire episode of my commander modes. Or at least 3. You give me 3 episodes, I can maybe last 1.5 at most. Just because I'm either screaming at the screen or something else. But I created it so that other people would learn how to be a commander on certain maps, in certain situations, with enemy commanders, with missiles, with gunships. I did all that. And I've got 70, 80 of them now. So I think you guys could have pretty much figured it out. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be canceling the series. Oh, no. I'm just removing the Saturday time slot. Now, normally, commander mode right now is going on Wednesday and Saturday. I'm just going to remove Saturday with a catch. So you're only going to get commander mode episodes once a week on Wednesday. From now on, started. So this Wednesday is the Wednesday that it'll start. From this point, so September the 1st onward, all commander modes are going to be on Wednesday with a catch. Every time a DLC is released from Battlefield, I'm a premium member, so I don't really have to worry about paying for them. But we know we've got Final Stand coming up. I think that's the last one. But I do have another secret DLC that's been hinted and rumored lately. So, hope when that comes out, when both of those come out, or when any future DLC that add new maps, new weapons, a whole bunch of stuff, for a month after the DLC release, it will be every Wednesday and Saturday again. Just because I want to give ample opportunity to explore different scenarios on those maps, because not every Battlefield game is exactly the same, except for playing Metro. Seriously, they need to rebalance Metro and fast. Not the game, not the guns, not the weapons, not the players. Server auto-balancing typically does nothing on Metro unless you auto-balance all the good guys over to the other team. But they need to redo the map. And when I say redo, I don't mean like change the entire structure. I mean add things to make it easier for the US team to win, because every single Metro game, and I play a lot of Metro, every single Metro game I have ever played, Russians almost always win. I only say almost always because I know there have been occasional times when the US team's been able to push up past those escalator stairs. That was in Battlefield 3. And I don't know how the hell we did it then, because it's certainly impossible to do it now. But I think we did it then because just blocking down a corridor and then someone getting a bat cap and then pushing on them from behind. But how we have to do it in Battlefield 4, with commanders and smokes and spots and a whole bunch of other stuff, you have to use brute force to punch through. And you have to have really cognizant people on both sides to make sure that everything goes according to plan. Otherwise, you're screwed. So, yeah, anyway. That's what's going to be happening in Commander mode. Tell me what you guys think of that down in the comments, if anybody bothers to do that. Yeah. And I realize I've hit 500 subscribers, and I promised a 400 subscriber special, and that hasn't come, and the 500 subscriber special hasn't come, and the 300 subscriber special hasn't come either. But I could make a montage. I mean, I got September off. Maybe I'll cut and paste something together. I don't know. We'll see. It's not that I don't appreciate you guys. I've got 532, I think, of you guys, so that's absolutely incredible. That's 500 people, like 530 plus people I get to spam every day when I put out new videos. Of course, I haven't been doing it too much lately because I've been sick, but yeah. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. But you guys, as long as I've got one subscriber left, one viewer, they don't even have to be a subscriber, I will keep outputting videos until I get completely tired of it, of course. But I don't see that happening anytime in the future. Also, other channel news, I have linked an AdSense account to my Google thing. My Google thing being my YouTube channel. So now I am technically making money off of YouTube. But I'm still going through the AdSense linking process. So, yeah. And you guys may be going, oh crap, he's gonna get tons of ads on his channel now, it's gonna be crappy. No. That's not the way this works. I'm not doing YouTube as my main job. It's a hobby. But I got a brainwave a couple weeks ago. I mean like last week. Thursday. That if it's my hobby, the hobby might as well do something to help me fuel the hobby. So basically any money that I make from YouTube will go into new parts for my computer to make recording better, or new games, or new stuff, new DLC, new stuff, all that good shenanigans. So yeah, it's all for you guys. You guys are essentially funding your own entertainment, which I find kind of poetic. But anyway. Yeah, and nothing's gonna change. From the start, I have had ads enabled on my channel. I didn't make any money off of them. I just figured, hey, what the hell? If I ever do decide to monetize... Actually, all my videos are monetized. Well, most of them are the ones that I don't have copyright claims to. But the ones that I do, they are all monetized. Nothing's going to change. Especially for you adblock users. Nothing's going to change. All the ads are enabled there. They've been enabled from the start. I'm not going to enable more. And if they do, and if something does change and more ads are put on, it's only because I've linked the AdSense account, and it's YouTube doing that, not me. So, yeah. That's kind of cool. I like it. It's kind of a pain to go through their linking process, because anything involved with money, it just makes it harder in the world. It's actually a pretty good lesson. I almost got killed by a cruise missile there, and it was a hostile one, because if you remember back in the footage, the announcer on Battlefield, whatever his bloody position, name, job is, said that we've got a hostile missile incoming. Yeah, I just narrowly avoided becoming plaster. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, and if there's something, I covered it in the Skyrim episode, but you guys won't see the Skyrim episode for a while, so I'm gonna say it now. When Skyrim is over, well, not when it's over, but when I've beat the game, essentially when I've finished the story missions. So far, I've been playing Skyrim completely vanilla. No mods, no DLC, no nothing. Completely dead, release date Skyrim, obviously with patches, but yeah. So what I'm going to do once I beat the campaign is I'm going to buy all the DLC, and I'm going to mod it. Not me, I'm not going to write code for it. My time is much too valuable. No, I'm going to download mods of stuff to make it look graphically better, new custom textures, water, all that stuff. Essentially to make it look better, and I'm going to add mods to make stuff look better. I really like making weapons and ground terrain look better. That sounds good. Maybe some mods to make it run smoother, and of course some more story missions to make NPCs better and enemies better, and I'm kind of interested in the Advanced Dragons mod, or the Harder Dragons or mod, whatever. Anyway, when that comes out, we'll discuss it then. Actually, I'll think about it then, because so far, I did a mission today, and it actually felt like it was the last mission of the campaign, and I thought, oh crap, have I moved through it that quickly? No. No, I didn't. I looked up online the story progression, and we are kind of still miles away from where we need to be. So, don't worry if you kind of like straight vanilla Skyrim, it'll be like that for a while yet. And I've actually unlocked the CZ3A1. I believe that's the name of the gun. And for some reason, I'm slapping on a IR sight on this just after I bashed IR sights. And it's also one of the fastest firing weapons in the game. It's also one of the best weapons in the game. Now, super excited I got to unlock this guy. But I'm an idiot for trying to stick an IR sight on the CZ3A1. Because the recoil... no. Doesn't work like that, bucko. Yeah, that tank was kind of waiting for me. When I came around the corner and I saw myself staring down that barrel, I was like, ah, shit. Alright, here we go. Boom. I'm toast. Yeah. So anyway, that was a lot of channel updates, computer updates, channel future. Now, I hope you guys enjoy September. The not me touchy video September. I will be still be doing regular multiplayer Mondays, and they will not be pre-recorded. So, yeah. You guys still have to listen to me once a week, and I'll check in. I'll answer comments and all that stuff. I'm not going to be completely gone. I just kind of wanted September off from having to do upload and writing descriptions. Anyway, we're about near the end of the video. I'm going to say I would like to thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, favorite, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. This is the Hexagon Zero, signing out.